There are people who, the moment they spot a car crash on the highway, don't see a tragedy, they see a transaction. Helping the injured? Not even a passing thought. No, this man would sprint straight to the asphalt and start yanking out nails. The very same nails he himself had scattered across that stretch of road. Under cover of darkness, he wanted those tires pierced, shredded, useless, because every punctured tire meant one more desperate driver pulling into his repair shop. Conveniently, his workshop sat right beside the highway, like a spider at the edge of its web. But that wasn't enough money. Not nearly enough. So he escalated, he started carving holes into the road with his own hands. Then he'd stuff them full of nails, like planting seeds of misfortune. And just like that, business exploded almost overnight. Yet his wife couldn't shake the feeling that this was wrong, deeply wrong. She begged him, over and over, to stop before it was too late. One day, she warned, "You'll end up behind bars." But the money kept pouring in, thicker and faster. And greed is a slow poison. Soon, his wife swallowed it too and became his accomplice. Together, they convinced themselves their lives were finally about to turn golden. Then came the night he noticed something devastating. Heavy trucks had rolled through and flattened everything. They'd crushed and ruined the nails beyond use. The very trap he had so carefully laid was now scrap metal. Desperate to protect his scheme, he marched to a nearby construction site. He demanded they stop routing their trucks down his road. But they had government authorization, official, untouchable permission. And instead of complying, they reported him to the police. The authorities questioned him, but ultimately let him walk free. After all, technically, he hadn't laid a finger on anyone directly. He left that station not relieved, but furious. Out of pure spite, he scattered even more nails than before, a blanket of vengeance across the pavement. One night, a couple's car hit his trap and the tire gave out completely. He preyed on their helplessness without a shred of mercy, charging them an outrageous sum, bleeding them dry while they stood stranded. After they limped away, he went right back to preparing more nails. That very night, he slipped out again and redeployed his arsenal. The next day, a woman was behind the wheel when her tire met the same violent fate, punctured, another victim of his invisible minefield. She had no choice. She limped straight into his waiting workshop. David took one look at her expensive clothes and his eyes lit up. He knew instantly this one would pay anything he demanded. The job was done quickly. Then he dropped the number, $1,000. But the woman didn't flinch. She handed him $2,000 instead, and with a cold, knowing stare, she said, "Money earned by cheating never lasts long." David stood there, caught between confusion and sheer delight. That same night, something shifted. A sinister new idea sparked simultaneously in both husband and wife. They escalated again, this time carving even larger holes into the road. Into those craters, they embedded expansion screws, anchors of destruction. Now the nails would stand firm, unshakable even under the weight of trucks. The result? Cars lined up outside the workshop like patients at a hospital. Within days, they rolled home in a brand new luxury car. David believed, with absolute certainty, that his life had been permanently transformed. But then, that wealthy woman vanished without a trace. And suddenly, the police were following David's every move. The reason was chilling. She was last seen alive at his workshop. David's mind raced. He assumed the police suspected foul play. Instead, they simply showed him her photograph and asked routine questions. A wave of relief washed over him, though his hands still trembled. With no hard evidence to hold him, they had no choice but to let him go. Yet the police didn't truly release him, they just started watching from the shadows. Then their neighbor, call-in P, witnessed something damning. He caught David's wife, once again, spreading fresh nails across the road.